Hello, welcome to my shadows guide, specifically the pellet buildup strat for the shadows. We're gonna go over kind of how this works. By the way, huge shout out to Banjo the uncle, who came up with this strategy in the first place. I will link his Twitch channel and YouTube in the description of this video. So basically, we start with this guy up here. As you run past the pig, you just turn right and go up the hill, and then this guy will be there. And you just want to drag him down toward the shadows. And you do want to be a little careful because he can do like a ranged attack. So if you see him like reach his arm out, he's gonna like try to shoot snakes at you. It's not very scary, like just dodge if you see it. It's not a difficult dodge at all. There it is. Like you can see like the range on it is pretty bad. So he's gonna start like tethering at this point. We want to get him like past this big rock here. And after that, we're gonna do a backstab. So we just want to kind of stay at this mid-range. And around this rock, we would love for him to like do another attack. That was a bit aggressive. You don't have to be that aggressive. You can also just like take your time. Like there's no like rush to this. So another ranged attack. Here we go. This attack is perfect because it drags him so far down. So he'll turn around now. He can't attack from here. And I missed the backstab, so I guess I'm going to show you how easy it is to do this. So he's still not quite in a great position. You do want him a little further down. Like he'll do an attack around this rock. There, this is a really good attack. So once he starts turning, go for the backstab, and then just start hitting him backwards. So you just want to be really careful that he is not too far forward because he can still like have a attack queued up. At the distance I did it, I knew that I was like in a totally fine spot. So you just want to whack him backwards. And then here's where the magic starts. We're going to use a pellet, and then we're going to do some R1 L1s and a lot more L1s. And we're going to do 3 sets of these. We're going to get our fire paper out. And then we're going to use the fire paper. Okay, I'm going to cut this in now because my controller died last time and it was unfortunate. But so we do the usual charged R2. We just want to read the situation. So with no pyro shooting, we can actually go for an attack here. If pyro does shoot, you need to probably prioritize going after the pyro because we don't have long for this pellet. We want to do two R1s here and then back off. And then we're going to pull katana away a little bit. And then we're going to go for pyro again. And this is the transition. Okay. So for phase toodle, we have double noodle. I'm going to be using these shining coins to input bait the katana shadow. A really important thing to know is that you can just like run to the left to avoid their noodles. And so as we do the input baits, we are going to go for riposte because they protect us from the candle. You do have to be careful when going for these to make sure you know what the candle is doing. Like obviously, you know, if the candle does a noodle as well, you're going to be in a weird spot. So I would definitely recommend rotating the opposite direction of the way I'm rotating right now. We're just going to keep throwing coins and trying to get katana to input read us. You can tell when katana jumps to the side that he input read and he's going to do the dash next. And this is really bad RNG. There we go, that's better. So then we just take this. And you should only have to do a couple ripostes. If you get a really good phase transition, you might not have to do very much in this phase. Here, I'll rotate the right direction again. So as you can see, because I'm running to the side like this, I'm just going to strafe whatever the noodle is doing. Okay, so there's another input read. Oh no, it wasn't an input read. He just happened to jump to the side. It did look kind of weird, so. But, you know, in Shadows, the most dangerous part is the transition, right? So, like, being able to just have that for free is kind of the main driver for this strategy. And, like, we can do this as long as we need to, you know? So, because we're out of coins, we're just going to use the gun. There we go. And, you know, as we walk up, just very carefully, we're watching what Candle is doing to make sure we're not going to be in a weird spot. And we can keep using the gun. You can make blood bullets, too, if you need to. And here, I'm just going to take the R1 so I can get closer to Candle. And there we go. So, that was the whole fight executed. We're going to do it a couple more times, just to show off different variations and stuff. So just dragging him down again. Again, we're watching for this ranged snake attack. But the whole point is we just take out Pyro for free, basically. And then we get a little extra damage. Anything we get onto Katana is good. If we don't get anything, we don't get anything. It's fine. Because we can just fight like that in phase 2 as long as we need to. As long as we have like bullets and blood vials to make blood bullets, you know, we can fight that phase infinitely like that if we need to. So that's not a good enough attack. We're going to wait for something better. We want to play around this rock here. We want to like start an attack near that rock. Still not good enough. I want him to go farther than that. See, this is a nice attack for this. But I'm a little sus on if it's going to be close enough, so I'm going to push him down a little bit with bullets. Yeah, that worked out really well. I'm just going to keep pushing him. And around here, we can use the pellet. Cleaver at the ready, and we go again. So we walk up, we do our usual opener, the charged R2, and roll back. Okay, so this time Pyro is shooting at us. There may not be room to do anything with Katana here. So let's just go for our 2 R1s. Obviously we're being cognizant, making sure no one's actually going to hit us. Okay. Yeah, nothing I can do here, so I'm just going to go in. So, nice opener here. Should get good damage out of that riposte. This is fine. Okay, swapping to the coins for input baits, and we immediately get one, which is nice. And you saw that noodle, you know, you gotta be really careful, you know, like, basically at all times with this strat, you need to say, what if Candle noodles right now? So, got an input bait, good. That was a little dangerous, you know, obviously you don't have to, like, go for something like that if you, like, you don't have to take the riposte either. Like, that's the other thing. Like, if it's not a comfortable situation, then, like, don't bother. Like, here, because Candle jumped to the side, this is a pretty comfortable riposte. So I'm happy with that. And we're going to get some noodles. Another input bait. So very nice RNG here. Take this. We're going to take the R1. And we're going to see what Candle wants to do. So you can stay at this mid-range with Candle, and he'll probably just keep jumping away. He'll do attacks. You can do whatever you need to do to close the gap. Well, okay, don't do that. Don't get that far away. I was trying to demonstrate, but then he jumped back. So, good stuff. Let's do it again. All right, we'll do one more. So we're just gonna keep him at a mid distance here. I think I'll probably show 3 fights in the guide. Hopefully we get like variations on RNG. We already got the pyro guy shooting or not shooting. Right here. I'll get close, gonna get close. Right down. You see, I already have the dodge. I'm sorry, I think it's a different version of that type of thing, but I don't know. You see, look at this backwards. The next thing is there's no time pressure at all in this part of the strat. I've seen a little closer to doing more attacks. Usually it's not taking for a while. Yeah, I don't like that attack for this part. He just like turns around too weirdly and like not quick enough to actually get a good backstab. Yeah, this won't be far enough here, unfortunately. Okay, come here. I got a little close to him there, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so we walk up. Charged R2, dodge away. We have pyro shooting at us already, which is not great. Second shot. So we're just gonna bait something from Katana here. Goes for 2 R1s on that. And now we just want to pull in Katana, and so we can go for pyro. I'm gonna be a little advanced here and try to wait for Katana to come over more. So now I can like get more hits off. Anyways, use the coins. Yeah, see, and there we have the candle noodle. We were ready for it. Interesting. Oh, also, if you don't know where you get these coins, they're after Amelia. If you're like on your way to the Shaded Woods, that was weird. I didn't like that. Getting a little uncomfortable here. So if you get logged in or blocked in like that, you just need to be careful about the noodles. Once they were that close, I was pretty confident I was not going to get a noodle. But I mean, they will fuck with you. Okay. Just got to keep an eye on Candle there. Sometimes you do have to take some calculated risks. So we're back to gunshots. Like there, technically, I think Candle probably could have like sprinted up to me and maybe noodled and hit me. The odds of that were incredibly low, but you know, I guess technically could have happened. Oh, it didn't quite kill him. It's good to know the range of the noodle as well, because you can kind of use it to figure things out. Yep, so I hope that helps. I have found this to be a pretty consistent way of doing things. But obviously, you know, if you have any questions, you can ask in the Discord or in the comments of the video. And I hope this helps with your Bloodborne journey.